What's going on, people? So I have my final video to record for today. I've done 4 of these things. Doesn't feel like a lot of recordings, you know, but that first video took just so long, right? So in the end, I end up sitting here just doing this like marathon session of me just like rambling on and on and on for what is now like, let's see, 30, 40, 50 minutes so far, right? And now hopefully no more than 10 on this one because it's just shirts. So just an hour of me sitting here talking to myself, basically acting like I'm not. Yeah, it's an odd thing, this whole video making stuff, right? So Black Friday came last month, right? Back in November. Remember that? It's a whole thing, right? It lasted forever. Some sites, it's still going on right now, right? They just blend it right into the holiday season and they just ride that thing on out. Either way, bought a bunch of RSVLTS shirts, right? I did 2 previous unboxings for my 2 previous sets of RSVLTS Black Friday pickups. And now I am on to the 3rd one. That's how that whole thing works out, right? So we're going to talk about whatever's in here. But first, as I did a time or 2 in the past, I'm going to hit you with some sizing stuff just to get that out of the way because sometimes people want to know how these things fit, right? I will tell you this. I buy these shirts the same way that I buy all my shirts, which is small, right? I find that they fit the same across the board, at least to me, right? Now, if you want to get some more specific details or whatever, I get that. There is a sizing chart on the website. If you go on over there to RSVLTS.com, RSVLTS.com, you'll see that. Just click on any shirt and click on sizing. It's like right there on those same webpage, right? And it'll show you this little chart. Tells you like the dimensions and whatnot, then small, medium, large. Find out where you fit in that whole thing. Buy whatever makes sense to you, right? But again, I just buy the same size shirts on everything, and that works out for me. Within that site, they do have a selection of other styles of shirts, like ropers and Kunu flexes, Seersucker, you know, a couple different things. They use the same chart for all of them, so you should get the same experience across the board. All right, so this first shirt here, we got a sticker in here, as there often is, not always, but often. So this is just like a RSVLTS branding, but again, stone or something. And this one is, this is a Tony Stark something or other shirt. It's kind of like they got this schematic thing going on, kind of like the Batman schematic shirt that I have, right? So it's like blueprints of making an Iron Man helmet or J.A.R.V.I.S. or I don't know. It sounded cool. Well, it looked pretty cool when I saw it, and I was like, yeah, this is all right. It's on sale, so let's just go ahead and get it, right? Why not? So I did, and now I have it. Is there? I'll probably see. Here it is. Get that out. Talk about that at some point towards the end, as far as like the pricings of these things for the people who might be curious. So the next shirt here, oh, that's also Iron Man. And oh, that's a new one. There's a lot going on with this particular sticker, or if you're seeing that or not, but I'm not sure where the camera is pointing. It seems like I must have bumped that at some point because it feels like it's a little off of like where I normally have to sit my hands to do stuff. This right here, it's one of those all over print style shirts. If you look at that, like on the back end, right, you know, it's all just one big thing, so it makes it a little bit easier to see. So that's kind of cool. On the front end, one thing I will point out now, I don't know if it's a full change for everything or whatever, but when I got a Batman shirt recently, they had an overlay over the buttons. So that way it made it like a straight up seamless look. But it's also this extra flap that is kind of annoying in some ways. So I don't know, there's an upside and a downside to it. But whatever, this one, you're looking at Iron Man and he's just kind of flying around doing Iron Man things. Almost kind of has like a Marvel masterpiece type of thing because it kind of makes me think of like paintings and stuff, right? So maybe you can kind of see where I'm coming from with that. If you can't, that's cool. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree on anything, actually. You know? We can just be individuals and just enjoy that. Not everybody is aware of that, right? At least from the comments I see sometimes from certain people. So moving along, next shirt here. This is one of those seersuckers I was talking about, which is a good thing because I probably need to do like an actual sizing video at some point. That's the plan. I wouldn't mind having some new shirts to use for that, so I probably need to get a bamboo shirt, I guess, at some point. So there's a sticker in here, and that's what it looks like, right? Okay, so this one, these things right here, like, they look weird. They almost look like a pillowcase or something. But this is probably the most comfortable shirt that they make. I mean, it's between this and the bamboos, obviously, but it's hard to say because I haven't worn these as regularly, but they just feel really good. Even like I've worn these with no shirt underneath, and they felt great, right? So yeah, there's just a bunch of turtles going on this one. So I'm not sure what's going on. And there's like some red lines on here. I don't know if that's part of the shirt or not. I'll have to ask customer service about that and see what they have to say. But I feel like those lines aren't supposed to be there. So I'll have to get with them. They're pretty good about like dealing with whatever issues you have. So whatever. I have given these people a lot of money for a lot of shirts over the year and a half. And I've had so few problems, right? I think that's like the second actual issue I've had. The last one being when they sent me larges instead of smalls. And they sent me the right shirts, just the wrong sizes. Let's see, there's a sticker that's in here. So this one is like some little aggro crag kryptonite type of something going on. This one, another seersucker, right? So kind of like the last one, also has like sea animal print things. This time around it's a swordfish. So there you go, that's what's going on here. Little darker, right? And I was kind of on the fence about getting it, mostly because of that. I'm like, oh, that's a little darker of a color. I don't know how that's really gonna work, but I bought it anyway. So I guess I didn't dislike it that much. It was just kind of one of those things where you look at it and like, do I really want this? Yeah, screw it, put it in the cart, deal with it later. It's not the best way to live, people, but it's how I live. And now moving on past that swordfish shirt, we got the last one here. So get this thing opened up. First up, we have a hamburger sticker. I've seen this one a handful of times. And this is one that I was like, dude, what am I doing here? Like, am I gonna get this or what? Because it's very ridiculous, but sometimes you want to have a shirt that is a big sticker thing on, not sticker, but a lot of the shirts have like different badge type things hanging off of this little string. So that one, the office one, there's a lot going on there. But either way, this is the OcToby shirt, right? So it's kind of like a fall color thing, right? Which I guess is where the October reference type comes in. And then you just have a whole lot of Toby, right? Sitting here waiting to tell you about the Scranton Strangler, probably. So there you go. And I'll point it out on this one. Hopefully I remember to get a picture of it too. It's got a nice little office badge here on like the tag thing, like where you had to have like sizing or whatever that is. So yeah, there's some things about this that are cool, but it's definitely like not a shirt for everybody, which I'm pretty sure this one was like $28 and that's why I got it. I can't really see this selling at full price unless you're like a super office fan. But as far as the pricing goes on these, let's see. The two Seersuckers were both $59. And regular price would be $70, right? Just to give you an idea. And then the two Iron Man shirts were $56. And the OcToby shirt was $28. So yeah, there you go. There's that. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Oh yeah, I have some Asics shoes on the way. That's what's next. Yeah, so expect some more content in about we'll call it 2-ish weeks. It's Christmas right now, so we'll see how that holds up. Later, people.